Welcome to Williston Northampton School's Academic Awards Ceremony. Welcome to students and families and friends and faculty. Ordinarily, this ceremony occurs in May on a beautiful spring day in a week of closing ceremonies that culminates with graduation. Various events, from the recognition of the athletic awards to senior dinner to baccalaureate, mark a regular or ordinary end of the school year, one that honors the totality of all that our talented and dedicated students achieve. Ordinarily, the academic awards ceremony is held under the large graduation tent on the quad, with the whole school present and not a few proud parents looking on. But as we all know, these are no ordinary times, as we remain in the grips of the coronavirus pandemic. Last year, the class of 2020 celebrated Williston's first ever virtual graduation. And now, all of you, from the proud senior class of 2021 to the class of 2024, are experiencing our first ever recorded academic awards ceremony. With masking and social distancing still the order of the day, it would be impossible for us to congregate in person as we ordinarily would do. And while we will not be piping in crowd noise and applause as the NFL does, please use your imaginations as we read the names of those being recognized. We are just as excited and proud of you as we ever have been. I want to thank Williston's faculty, your teachers, for their unwavering commitment to your intellectual growth and passion for learning. Those of us presenting today are honored to be here as we recognize your hard work, talent, and accomplishments. Award winners today become part of a long-standing Williston tradition, and in doing so, you honor those who came before you. Hearing your names read alongside the storied names of the individual awards binds you to the school's history. So while we may not be back to ordinary times, your extraordinary work is celebrated now and for all time at Williston. And now, to begin the program, I will turn the podium over to Chair of the History and Global Studies Department, Mrs. Klump.
The A.L. Hepworth Prize, honoring a legendary history teacher, dean of students, and tennis coach from 1926 to 1973, is awarded to those students who have done excellent work in a United States history course. For improvement, Lily Shields. The Hervey L. Smith Jr. Prize, established by a member of the faculty from 1939 to 1946, is awarded annually for the highest achievement in the modern European history course. Zachary Zach Landon. The Edward M. Lawton Jr. Prizes are awarded for superior work in elective courses in the History and Global Studies Department. Ed Lawton taught history from 1947 to 1983 and was the first to teach Asian history and economics at Williston. For AP World History, Sage Friedman. For World History, Lam Thu. For Humanities History, Elsa Frankel. For AP Comparative Government and Politics, Sophie Gonchau Calderon. For Comparative Government and Politics, Tyler Varon. For Humanities Religious Studies, Austin Conroy. The Edward L. O'Brien 1916 Prize is awarded to a student who has achieved high standing in the AP US Government course and displayed an active interest in American law and politics. Ruby McElhone Yates. The George and Frank Carew Debating Prize was established by brothers, members of the class of 1882, and is awarded for excellence in debate. Originally, the prize was given to the winners of the annual Adelphi versus Gamma Sigma debate. Nathan Schatz. And to present the book awards for the English department, Ms. Sawyer.
Prizes honoring Asahel Lyman Williston, class of 1852, trustee and nephew of the founder, are offered for excellence in English. Grade 9, Philippa Pippa Berry. Grade 10, Sarah Markey. AP Language, grade 11, Sophie Gontal Calderon. A prize honoring Gilbert F. Kennedy, class of 1891, and Williston trustee for the best junior term paper, Abigail Abby Shulkind. The Hazeldine Prize, in memory of Myrtle Elizabeth Hazeldine and her husband, Harry Newton Hazeldine, class of 1921, is awarded each year to the student who has consistently improved the caliber of his or her written work, both in English classes and for the student newspaper, The Willistonian. Shenyi Aaron Chai. The Antonio Giacomini Class of 1931 Writing Prize is awarded to that freshman who has demonstrated consistent excellence in his or her written work over the course of the entire year. Hannah Roche. The Susan Caroline Ferguson Memorial Scholarship was established by the family and friends of Susan Ferguson and the class of 1980. The award is made in alternate years to the member of the junior class who attains the highest grades in English or French. It is awarded this year for achievement in English. Anna Richardson. Arate, class of 1985, established 4 prizes to be given for the student in each of the 4 grades who has, by record of achievement and faculty recommendation, made the most improvement in the study of English for the academic year. Grade 9, Jun-Suk Hwang. Grade 10, Zachary Zach Landon. Grade 11, Zachary Zach Gamerick. To present the book awards for the Visual and Performing Arts Department is Ms. Hume.
For the Visual Arts, Drawing Award for Outstanding Effort and Excellence, Sophie Gontau Calderon. Studio Art Award for Best Work in AP Studio Art, Charles Charlie Blumberg. The arts concentration recognizes and supports the passions and efforts of students who are deeply involved with the arts at Williston, visual or performing, and who are engaged with the arts beyond our academic or extracurricular requirements. Students who are awarded the arts concentration have pursued a specific and rigorous program of opportunities to develop their artistic talents and are also Williston scholars who have created and shared independent projects in their areas of concentration. For visual arts, Jin Shirley Shen. To present the book awards for the science department is Mr. Berghoff.
Prizes provided by the will of Benjamin W.B. Brown, class of 1887, are awarded for the best essays written or achievement in the study of biological sciences. Biology, Liam Coughlin, Nai-King Lee. Most improved in biology, Owatamasan Tommy Akisanyo. Bausch & Lomb Honorary Science Award. The University of Rochester and the Bausch & Lomb Inc. of Rochester, New York offer honorary science award medals to a junior who has made the greatest progress in science during his or her secondary years. The student receiving this award is eligible to compete in a science scholarship. Soo Hwang. The Alumni Association of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute offers a medal to an 11th grader who has achieved excellence in science and mathematics. Sophie Gontau Calderon. The Yves Couder Physics Prizes honor a teacher of science and music from 1961 to 1979. For greatest improvement in physics, Kiko Zhu. For greatest achievement in physics, Louisa Coughlin. For greatest improvement in an advanced physics course, Amy Upkolangkor. For greatest achievement in AP Physics C, Soo Hwang. The class of 1891 offers 2 prizes for excellence in chemistry, honoring Professor Frank Adrian Leach, who taught chemistry and biology and served as the director of athletics from 1892 to 1902. In chemistry, Kai Horry and Jerry Landman. In AP Chemistry, Liam Coughlin. The Earl Nelson Johnston Prize, established by the class of 1953, is awarded annually to the best improvement in chemistry. Mr. Johnston taught science from 1918 until 1954, and at times conducted the choir and advised the Willistonian and the Log. Emily Zambrano. To present the book awards for the mathematics department, Mr. Seaman.
The George Parsons Tibbets Prizes, honoring a legendary teacher of mathematics from 1890 to 1926, are awarded each year for the best work in AP Calculus AB. This year's award, it goes to Na Kyung Lee. In Algebra 2, Louisa Coughlin. In Algebra 1, Elizabeth Liz Glues. A prize is awarded in memory of the late Judge David Kennedy, class of 1892, for the best work in geometry. Catherine Katie Spence. The Melvin Jesse Cook Award for Achievement in Pre-Calculus was established to honor Mr. Cook, head of the math department, who retired in 1952 after 41 years and was made an honorary member of that graduating class. Liam Coughlin. The Computer Programming Prize for Outstanding Performance in the Computer Programming courses and Best Work in AP Computer Science goes to Anfisa Bogdanenko. To present the book awards for the language department is Ms. Brown.
The following prizes are awarded to those students who have made the greatest achievement as students of Chinese during the academic year. Chinese 2, Yi-Jun Hong. Chinese 3, Corson C.C. Gray. Chinese 4, Sion Lewandowski. The Howard G. Boardman Prizes are for excellence in French. These prizes were established to honor Howard G. Boardman, head of the French department for many years and senior master of the school until his retirement in 1961. They come from a fund established by Professor and Mrs. J. Henry Corson. French 1, Lam Tu. French 2, Katherine Kang. French 3, Sophia Machowski. French 5, Abigail Abby Shulkin. The Lincoln D. Grannis Prizes, established by the class of 1953, are awarded for scholastic achievement and earnest, intelligent participation in the Latin courses. The class hopes that the prize, honoring a teacher of Latin from 1910 to 1953, will be respected as it is the living symbol of a man who has instilled in all a pleasure in being and learning. Latin 2, Elsa Frankel. Latin 3, Na Kyung Lee. Latin 4, Nathan Schatz. The David H. Thomas Spanish Prizes are awarded to those students who have made the greatest achievement as students of Spanish during the academic year. David H. Thomas was elected to the Williston faculty in 1929, and after 42 years of service as teacher and department head, retired in 1971. Spanish 1, Lily Venko. Spanish 2, Ji Soo Hwang. Spanish 5, Anna Richardson. I'd now like to introduce Mrs. Staples, faculty advisor to the log.
I have the honor of being one of the faculty advisors to the log, Williston's yearbook. Every year, so many people work together to make this book come to life, but today, Mr. Hang and I would like to recognize our most dedicated editors and staff members. I'd like to thank a group of students who put in the most hours this year and had a huge impact on the design of the book last year. Editor Jin Shirley Shen, editor Na Kyung Lee, staff member Emily O'Brien, staff member Lauren O'Donnell, and staff member Lauren Yi. Secondly, the log is proud to present this year's book award to one of our staff members who put forth an exceptional amount of dedication, enthusiasm, and hard work to make the 2020 yearbook possible, Sion Lewandowski. And now I'll turn it back to Mr. Hill.
It is my pleasure to welcome Academic Dean, Mr. Talea, to present the overall school prizes.
The first general school awards are given as part of the Williston Scholars Program. These awards are given for exemplary work within a Williston Scholars course. 4 current seniors were awarded the status of distinction for their work in Williston Scholars courses last year. For work in English 11, Ruby McElhone Yates. For work in English 11, Nathan Schatz. For work in performing arts, Z. Dimitriou. And for work in visual arts, Abigail Abby Shulkind. The final group of prizes is awarded by the faculty for the top performance in each grade. For the school year 2019-2020, there were 3 ninth grade prizes. The Head of School Prize is awarded to the 9th grader who best exemplifies the qualities of purpose, passion, and integrity. Katherine Kang. The Yale College Book Prize is awarded to a 9th grader who excels in scholarship and has made a significant contribution to the life of the school. Lauren Yee. The Bowdoin College Book Prize is presented annually to the outstanding 9th grader in scholarship, citizenship, and character. Elsa Frankel. There were 3 10th grade prizes. The Head of School Prize is awarded to the 10th grader who best exemplifies the qualities of purpose, passion, and integrity. Benning Johnson. The Smith College Book Award is presented to a 10th grader who exhibits consistent, all-round excellence. Sarah Markey. The Williams College Book Prize is awarded to the outstanding 10th grader in scholarship, citizenship, and character. Sage Friedman. There were 4 11th grade prizes. The Head of School Prize is awarded to the 11th grader who best exemplifies the qualities of purpose, passion, and integrity. Ruby McElhone Yates. The Lincoln D. Grannis Yale University Scholarship is awarded to that member of Williston Northampton's upcoming senior class who is qualified by virtue of academic and extracurricular excellence to be a strong candidate for admission to Yale University. Lincoln Grannis taught Latin at Williston from 1910 to 1953 and was a member of the Yale classes of 1906 and 1925. Na Kyung Lee. The Dartmouth Book Prize is awarded to an 11th grader who ably combines leadership potential with excellence in achievement in both the classroom and in non-academic activities. Soo Hwang. The Harvard Book Prize is awarded to the outstanding 11th grader in scholarship, citizenship, and character. Liam Coughlin. This concludes the student award ceremony. I congratulate all of you, and I will now introduce Dean of Faculty Peter Valine, who will make some faculty presentations.
It's my privilege this afternoon to present 3 awards to members of the Williston faculty. 2 of these distinctions are faculty chairs that are held for 5 years, and the other is a faculty instructorship, which is held for 3 years. The first award to be presented is the Mazix Instructorship. This instructorship was established in 2001 by Sandra B. and Joseph C. Mazix. Sandra was a member of the Northampton School for Girls, class of 1955. This instructorship recognizes a young faculty member's initiatives in and out of the classroom. The Mazix Instructorship recipient arrived on the campus in the fall of 2016, and his presence was quickly evident in all phases of school life. In the classroom, his ability to connect with the students and build their trust provides a strong foundation for effective learning. His students enjoy coming to class because of his consistently upbeat demeanor that pervades the classroom. He's positive, energetic, and funny, and the mix of those characteristics keep his students focused and engaged. As a young teacher who joined Williston right after college, he displays an innate knack for finding just the right balance between the seriousness and importance of the quest of learning and making the process zestful and fun. His well-prepared lesson plans successfully engage the students as he creatively employs games, experiments, movies, and activities to bring the concepts in his field of psychology to life. He's an effective communicator who's willing to listen as well as to explain. His extensive knowledge in the 3 branches of psychology enable him to provide his students with concrete examples to illustrate and clarify the concepts he is teaching. His students are pushed to challenge themselves and to produce their best work. One of his students highlighted his ability to motivate and encourage each learner by noting that he's always telling us that we can do it, that we are smart, and that we just need to trust ourselves. Outside the classroom, Mark Conroy notes that the Mazik recipient is one of the most gifted young coaches he has worked with in his 33 years as athletic director. As in the classroom, his success hinges on relationship building. He develops a strong bond with his players by supporting them, not only as athletes, but through taking an interest in their lives outside the realm of athletics. He is blessed with the rare quality of being a natural teacher and leader who's able to motivate and command the respect and attention of the athletes on his team. He's a passionate coach who nurtures the love of the game in his players. He also understands how athletics can reinforce the qualities of discipline, commitment, and teamwork that are important in all areas of life. He sets clear examples for his athlete, and he holds them to these standards. The players respond to him because they know he also applies these high standards to himself. Finally, the new Mazik recipient is an integral part of our residential life program. He's an attentive advisor and responsible dorm parent. In his interactions with students, he's an active listener who seeks first to understand and then to offer sage advice. He provides an important service to our community as a dedicated advocate for Williston's BIPOC students. As an advisor to the Black Student Union, he invests a substantial amount of time and energy into his leadership role, in which he provides a safe outlet and a thoughtful sense of direction for our students. In short, he's a faculty member who's highly respected by colleagues and students alike. It's my pleasure to announce that the new Mazik instructorship recipient is Matt Porter. The second recognition this afternoon is the presentation of the Granis Chair. This award was established in 1999 by Eugenie Granis, widow of Charles Gardner Granis, who was a member of the Williston class of 1929. It is awarded to a faculty member who personifies the pure joy of sharing the process of learning. The Granis Chair recipient effectively instills a love of learning in her students. Her own passion for language acquisition and for the craft of teaching is clearly evident, and students feed off her enthusiasm. Her students can easily observe that Miss Loomis is excited to be teaching us. In addition to modeling the joy of language learning, the interest that she takes in each of her students reinforces the sense that the classroom is a safe environment in which they feel valued. She treats her students with kindness and respect while simultaneously holding them accountable for their learning with a firmness that highlights the importance of their work. She encourages students to ask questions, and her adoption of a selfless approach to extra help reveals to her students that she really cares about them. Her interactive and engaging pedagogy lures the students to become risk takers as they hone and practice their language skills. She employs a variety of dynamic, student-centered activities, including games, visual images, and kinesthetic movements to reinforce conceptual understandings. Her students are active learners who are continually developing their listening and speaking skills through activities that teach the elements of Spanish language and culture. By injecting a little competition and play into the lesson plan with battleship, bingo, slapjack, and Kahoot, she entices students to more energetically commit to the learning process. As former language department chair Beatrice Cody notes, her students not only learn the new vocabulary and grammar, they perform it. She requires her students to be fully immersed in a target language as she holds them to high standards. Her students appreciate her patience as they grapple with the language, and they commend her ability to make the necessary adjustments to help them overcome linguistic barriers. While she offers clues in different ways of explaining the questions they are exploring, she insists that the students discover the answers for themselves. As one student recently commented, she always makes sure I'm trying my best and putting out my best work. Her colleagues benefit from the positive, cheerful attitude she brings to work each day. They appreciate her thoughtful suggestions and innovative ideas in discussions on curriculum, pedagogy, and assessment. She generously volunteers to cover classes for colleagues and eagerly assists departmental initiatives. In recognition of the joy she brings to her teaching and to her students, it's my pleasure to announce that the new Grannis Chair recipient is Katie Loomis. The final presentation today is the awarding of the Grubbs Faculty Chair. The Grubbs Chair was established in 1999 by trustees and friends of the school in honor of Denny Grubbs in his final year as headmaster. It is awarded to a faculty member whose life has been Williston, Northampton, and teaching. The Grubbs Chair recipient is a master teacher who's been inspiring Williston students in the sciences for 20 years. His own curiosity and love of learning allow him to serve his students well in the constantly evolving disciplines of biology and environmental science. His students benefit both from his depth of knowledge in the content area and his injection of esoteric, fun facts into the lesson plan that spice up the learning process. His expertise, his passion for science, and his sense of humor all combine to enliven the learning experience for his students. His effective organizational skills are an important key to his teaching success. He's intentional in the design and construction of the curriculum to achieve the desired student outcomes. His students appreciate the logical scaffolding of content and skills that allow them to thrive. This engineered approach is particularly important in the successful pacing of the 2 AP courses he currently teaches. His pedagogy typically merges a combination of well-prepared and detailed presentations, innovative labs, and student-centered discussions. He urges his students to visualize the challenging concepts and to constantly reframe their understandings. His clear expectations empower the students to strive towards the high bar he sets for their learning and performance. He requires that his science students become independent thinkers who think beyond the textbook. As one AP Bio student recently commented, "This class is very hard, but there are plenty of resources provided us to succeed, and the material is well taught." His familiarity and facility in the sciences enable him to make meaningful interdisciplinary connections and observations that enrich the learning process. He also builds interest and engagement through sharing relevant real-life applications of the material. He hosts a cutting-edge genetic conference on campus each year and integrates off-campus field trips like an annual visit to a local recycling plant to reinforce the concepts. One of his practices that students greatly appreciate is his ability to provide timely and helpful feedback. He's very prompt and efficient in returning tests and quizzes, and he takes the time to thoroughly go over these evaluations with an eye to clarifying concepts and reinforcing mastery of the material. In recognition of his passionate commitment to science at Williston Northampton School, as a teacher and former department chair, it's my privilege to announce that Jeff Ketcham is the new recipient of the Grubbs Faculty Chair.